The Cleveland Browns are entering training camp with a crowded and intriguing quarterback room, featuring 5 signal callers. Among them is Colorado legend Shedeur Sanders, who surprisingly fell to the 5th round in the recent NFL draft despite earlier projections as a first or second round pick. However, even before he's taken a regular season snap, some analysts and scouts are already predicting a short tenure for Sanders in Cleveland, setting the stage for yet another quarterback overhaul in the Browns' future. Shedeur Sanders, a camp body with red flags? The narrative around Shedeur Sanders has been turbulent since the draft. Fox Sports' Emmanuel Acho has been vocal, suggesting that Sanders, given his late selection, is merely a camp body. Adding to the skepticism, an anonymous scout recently revealed to Athlon Sports that their pre-draft assumptions about Sanders were spot on. Shedeur Sanders is a very polarizing guy. We didn't like his attitude and how he handled the draft process. He wasn't prepared. He mailed it in at every step. He didn't take it seriously enough. These criticisms, combined with his draft slide, paint a concerning picture for Sanders' immediate future. While he has reportedly shown flashes in minicamps, the perception of his readiness and approach remains a hurdle. The immediate QB competition. It's clear that Sanders isn't even in the immediate mix for the starting job. Instead, the focus appears to be on other veterans and the Browns' other rookie quarterback. According to insider TJ Houshmandzadeh, who reportedly spoke with someone in the building, the starting competition is narrowing down. It's really coming down to Kenny Pickett or Dillon Gabriel. Currently, the Browns' quarterback room for 2025 training camp includes Deshaun Watson, whose status for 2025 is uncertain, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. Recent reports suggest that Joe Flacco has strong support from veterans and is emerging as a frontrunner to start Week 1. Having been described as the best pure thrower in the room. Kenny Pickett, whose 5th-year option for 2026 was declined by the Browns, is on a fully guaranteed contract for 2025. Dillon Gabriel, drafted by the Browns in the 3rd round, 94th overall, in the 2025 NFL Draft, is listed at 5 feet 11 inches and 205 pounds. A height often considered undersized for a traditional NFL starter. Looking ahead, the Cade Klubnik factor. Adding another layer of complexity to the Browns' quarterback situation is a bold prediction from Max Dorsey of Pro Football Network. He believes the Browns will look beyond their current rookies and potentially draft Clemson's Cade Klubnik in the 2026 NFL Draft to replace both Sanders and Gabriel. Dorsey raved about Klubnik. Clemson's Cade Klubnik is as good as any signal caller in the country. A tad undersized, Klubnik is 6 feet 2 inches, 205 pounds, but has the arm to make every throw on the field. He's a creative mover in the pocket and makes things happen out of structure. Klubnik's production significantly increased from 2023 to 2024. In 2024, he ranked 10th nationally with 3.639 passing yards and 3rd with 36 passing touchdowns, with only 6 interceptions, while also rushing for 463 yards and 7 scores. This do-it-all profile, especially with another strong year, could place him firmly in conversation for the number 1 overall pick in 2026. The implication here is clear. If the Browns struggle in 2025, particularly at the quarterback position, they could be in a prime position to draft Klubnik, signaling a complete overhaul of their newly acquired young QBs. Conclusion: the Cleveland Browns quarterback room is far from settled. While Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel represent recent draft capital, concerns about Sanders' pre-draft process and Gabriel's physical attributes, combined with the presence of Kenny Pickett and the veteran resurgence of Joe Flacco, create a volatile situation. The bold prediction of targeting Cade Klubnik in the 2026 draft suggests that the Browns are already looking beyond their current young signal callers, setting up yet another fascinating and potentially frustrating chapter in their long search for a franchise quarterback. What do you think of these predictions for the Browns' quarterback future? Will Shedeur Sanders defy the odds? Or are the Browns destined for another high draft pick at QB? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more NFL news and analysis. The Cleveland Browns are heading into training camp with a crowded quarterback room and a lot of uncertainty. Among the 5 signal callers, the most intriguing, and now, perhaps, most concerning, is Shedeur Sanders, who fell to the 5th round in the recent NFL draft. But now, speculation is brewing that the Browns might completely cut ties with Sanders, and even Dillon Gabriel. For a new, highly touted prospect, Sanders struggles in the camp body label. Despite his college success, Shedeur Sanders' NFL journey is hitting roadblocks. Fox Sports' Emmanuel Acho has openly called him a camp body, meaning he's primarily there for training camp depth. This comes after reports of a disastrous pre-draft process, with an anonymous scout telling Athlon Sports that Sanders was not prepared, mailed it in, and didn't take it seriously enough. Adding to his woes, Sanders isn't even considered a frontrunner for the starting job this year. Insiders like TJ Houshmandzadeh claim the competition is down to Kenny Pickett and fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel. The future? Enter Cade Klubnik? But here's the kicker. Pro Football Network's Max Dorsey believes the Browns' quarterback situation will look drastically different next season. Dorsey predicts the Browns will draft Clemson's Cade Klubnik to be their franchise quarterback, effectively replacing both Sanders and Gabriel. Klubnik, standing at 6 feet 2, 205 pounds, is described as a do-it-all QB with the arm strength to make every throw and the creativity to extend plays. He had a breakout 2024 season, accounting for 43 total touchdowns, 36 passing, 7 rushing, and significantly improving his production. Klubnik is already being projected as a potential number 1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Why the shift? The article suggests that Dillon Gabriel's undersized frame might be a long-term concern for the Browns, while Sanders' struggles to adapt and earn reps are already evident. If neither of the current rookies or veterans like Pickett or Flacco solidify the position this season, Cleveland could easily pivot to a high-upside prospect like Klubnik to lead their future. Conclusion: the Cleveland Browns quarterback room is in flux, while Shedeur Sanders faces an uphill battle to even make the roster, and the current competition unfolds. The long-term vision might already be set on a different, undrafted prospect. It's a bold prediction, but if the Browns continue their carousel, don't be surprised if Cade Klubnik is the next big name linked to Cleveland's quarterback future. What do you think of this prediction? Will the Browns cut ties with Shedeur Sanders and draft Cade Klubnik? Let us know in the comments below. The Cleveland Browns are entering training camp with a crowded and intriguing quarterback room, featuring 5 signal callers. Among them is Colorado legend Shedeur Sanders, who surprisingly fell to the 5th round in the recent NFL Draft despite earlier projections as a 1st or 2nd round pick.